or any of the Gulf Coast chapters of credit unions.
Current conditions from the Storm Team 13 Live Dual Doppler, Panama City.
Commercial presentation of Dolly. What do world figure skating great Scott Hamilton and Sports Illustrated cover girl and supermodel Vendela have in common? They both have to be in great shape to do their work.
Hi, I'm Scott Hamilton, and this is my brand new friend and longtime fantasy, my co-host, Vendela.
Thank you, Scott.
Now, are you married?
Yes, I am. Yeah, you should have called me like 4 years ago.
Ooh, I had a chance. Now, how many Sports Illustrated swimsuit editions did you do?
I believe 6, actually.
I have every single one of them.
Yeah, right. Don't believe everything he says.
You better. Anyway, for both of us, being in the best shape possible isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Our livelihood depends on it. For me, good abs are a necessity because they are the key to core strength, which is what I depend on every time I do a hard move on the ice, like one of those backflips.
Like Scott, I have to stay in great shape for my profession. One day I might be modeling a swimsuit, and the next day I might be wearing a skin-tight gown. So if I don't stay in great shape, someone else might get the job.
Now, until recently, the only way either one of us could get the kind of abs we wanted was to do hundreds of crunches or sit-ups. Then we met Brett Fisher, the strength and conditioning trainer and physical therapist to hundreds of professional athletes, including many of the biggest names in football, baseball, basketball, and hockey.
And Brett showed us a new piece of equipment called the Dolly Plus that he now uses with pro athletes that make sit-ups, crunches, and ab machines a waste of time.
In fact, it's so fast and effective that pro athletes are saying they've replaced hundreds of sit-ups a day with as little as 3 one-minute sets on the Dolly. In fact, one pro football team now uses the Dolly as an important part of their daily strength and conditioning training and ordered Dollies for every member of their team. In a minute, you're going to hear some of the most incredible unpaid testimonies of pro athletes you've ever heard. You're going to meet Brett Fisher and see for yourself a simple piece of equipment that, for me and many other pro athletes, has made sit-ups, crunches, and other ab devices obsolete.
So if you want to get your stomach, hips, butt, and thighs into the best shape ever, stay with us for one of the fitness breakthroughs of the decade.
It really gives you a great workout in a short amount of time. To do crunches and abs and get a burn like you would with the Dolly, you'd have to do about 10, 15 minutes to get that good burn. With the Dolly, you get it out 3-4 minutes.
After a week of doing it, I could see that I would stand sideways in the mirror and my little pooch was getting flatter and flatter. And I could honestly say now that my stomach is completely flat and I don't have to suck it in to make it look that way.
I would say that 5 minutes on the Dolly is far better, far greater than doing 100 or 200 or even 1,000 sit-ups, normal sit-ups.
Well, I've been using the Dolly for 3 weeks, and I've lost 2 inches on my waist. I've lost approximately 10 pounds, and it's been a wonderful addition to my normal workout routines. It's really complemented my abdominal region.
Now, I've never met a single person who wants a big gut or, for that matter, even a little paunch or love handles.
And I've never met anyone who really wants wide hips or a big behind.
And yet it seems like nearly everyone struggles with these same problem areas. Why? What does it take to get these problem areas under control? Brett Fisher was formerly with the New York Jets and the Chicago Cubs. He now runs his own rehab and strength and conditioning sports clinic where he trains hundreds of professional athletes from every sport. Here to show you how you can get your lower body, and especially your abs, into the best shape of your life is pro athlete trainer Brett Fisher.
Yay!
Good to see you again.
Hi, Brett.
Good to see you.
Good
The ab
to see you.
king.
See? Look at me.
You look great.
Right?
Good job.
Yeah.
Now, Brett, there's no one in the world that hates ab work more than I do. I despise it. I just don't want to do it. Yet I've been with this Dolly Plus for about a month now, and I've noticed not only tightness, but a lot of strength, core strength that I really need to do my job. How did you come up with such a simple yet effective device?
I've been a physical therapist and athletic trainer for over 14 years. And over the years, I had the opportunity of training some of the world's best athletes from the NBA, NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball, PGA Tour. But I was shocked over the years on how weak these athletes were with weak functional abdominals. The bottom line is that these athletes were doing hundreds of sit-ups, hundreds of crunches, and they still had weak abdominals. Let me show you why crunches and sit-ups and other ab machines are ineffective.
Great.
Let me show you the 4 groups of ab muscles. The first one, the rectus abdominis, runs very vertical. The next 2, the obliques, run diagonally. The 4th group is the transverse abdominals, and they run horizontal in your body. Now, the problem with the sit-up is that it only works a small portion of these muscles. I mean, you can do crunches and sit-ups till you're blue in the face, and they'll never get those hard-to-get areas like the lower pooch or the love handles. Well, I showed you guys and the viewers at home some of what I consider old-fashioned abdominal exercises and machines. But what you're going to see all glorify the same thing, obsolete sit-up. Here we have the crunch motion. What's this doing?
Well, normally for me, it's my neck more than my abdominals.
Yeah. Only working a small portion of abdominals, never getting all 4 muscle groups that we just talked about. Here we have a device to make sit-ups supposedly easier. But once again, a small range of motion, only one direction, and only a portion of the abdominals. Here, once again, a sit-up motion, but now in a seated position. How functional is this? And once again, in only a limited range of motion. Here we have a machine that adds resistance to the same thing, a sit-up, only working a small portion of your abdominals and in only one plane of direction. Here again, here's a reverse sit-up doing the same thing, a sit-up, working a small portion of the abdominals in only one plane of motion. Now, let me show you why the ab Dolly makes a sit-up and all these exercises obsolete. Unlike the other exercises we just saw, which only work a small portion of the abdominals, the ab Dolly works all 4 major abdominal groups while simultaneously going in all directions. Let me show you. Simply get on the Dolly and move out to a full range of motion in all directions. This tones and tightens all 4 major abdominal groups. Vendela, let's show them the exercise I showed you when you first came into the clinic, when you first began using the ab Dolly. Now, we had you tighten the tummy just toward the spine. Then, just push your hips out, go all the way through the full range of motion. How's that feel?
It's good. It's definitely working my abs.
Excellent. Now, this is the beginning exercise, so I would start you for 3 sets of 30 seconds.
Yeah, right, because what happened is the first time I came to see you, I started going a little crazy because it felt easy. So, you know, the next couple of days I really, really paid for it.
That's because the ab Dolly is training muscles you have not used before. It trains all 4 major abdominal groups. Let me show you a great stretch for the back. Now, simply just take your legs apart, sit back on your heels, put your hands on here, fully elongate, and go through all the ranges of motion, left and right, at your own pace. How's that feel?
Oh, it feels great, actually.
Super.
Great, yeah.
Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to show another beginning exercise over here. Scott's doing an exercise where his shins are on the Dolly. Very basic exercise, toning all 4 major abdominal muscle groups. Scott, how's that feel?
It feels great. It feels like it's going lower, using the low ones more than anything else. It really feels like it's great. This is so important for me, too, because with what I do, I'm always twisting, I'm always balancing, and to have everything in balance, have everything strong and working together. And what's also great is it's so lightweight, I can take it on the road with me wherever I go.
You know, I actually take it in the cab with me, you know, when I'm in New York, and I take this to the gym.
Brett, tell us about some of the other professional athletes that you work with.
Jake Plummer is considered one of the hottest quarterbacks in the National Football League. Jake has used the ab Dolly for over a year now. Here's what Jake and a few of his teammates from the Arizona Cardinals had to say about the ab Dolly.
For me, being a quarterback, I put a lot of stress on my shoulder if the rest of my body isn't strong, and doing the ab Dollies allowed me to strengthen up my abs to where I've never had them before. I mean, they're stronger than they've ever been, and it's funny you don't think about using your abs when you throw, but you do, and so strengthening my abs is key for me, and the ab Dollies just been great for strengthening those, my hips, my back. It strengthens a lot of things when you're doing it, but mainly your abs. I've done plenty of sit-ups and crunches in my life. Before workouts, usually you try to take care of your core, what we call it here, to get that out of the way. And had I been doing sit-ups and crunches now, it'd take me 10, 15 minutes maybe to get a good burn on them, where I can get the ab Dolly, get it out for 3, 4 minutes, and I want to get that thing out of here because it's burning me. It's really worked the abs, and it just really works. It fatigues them so quickly that you don't have to sit there and do a bunch of crunches and sit-ups. You just get the ab Dolly out, and then you're done.
Compared to sit-ups or crunches, the ab Dolly is a lot more functional. It recruits all of the stomach muscles, and you don't use one specific muscle or one specific movement to create a certain image. What the ab Dolly does is it recruits all the muscles. The one thing I really do like about the ab Dolly is it's not as time-consuming as doing normal sit-ups. You know, I used to do thousands and thousands of crunches, and I would say that 5 minutes on the ab dolly is far better, far greater than doing 100 or 200 or even 1,000 sit-ups, normal sit-ups.
After 9 years of doing organized athletics, you know, in terms of collegiate and professional, done a lot of ab workouts, and I've met with, I'd say, mediocre results, and then all of a sudden, a couple weeks in this ab dolly, and I'm blown up. I see a huge difference. Well, as a professional offensive lineman, usually don't see many stomach muscles, and I'm able to see mine. I'm pretty happy about that. I've never found anything that's comparable to the ab dolly in terms of the other sit-up programs, or, you know, working with medicine balls or weighted sit-ups or anything that the ab dolly can do. It, you know, for 3 minutes a day, it's amazing.
Now, you could look at those testimonials and think that the ab dolly is just for professional athletes. But it's so easy to use, it's great for anyone, isn't it?
It sure is. I use it with post-op patients from all ages and fitness levels, from kids to senior citizens. In fact, we recently took ab dollies to an aerobics class, and here's what they had to say.
I really enjoy the ab dolly. I used to do sit-ups and crunches, and I don't do those anymore. I get a much more intense workout with the ab dolly. I feel it more the next day. So there's nothing I dislike about it. I love it.
I've been training clients from Chicago to Phoenix, and in all the gyms I've trained my clients in, I haven't found a machine as great as the ab dolly. I've worked with everything that works the abs, the obliques, torso strengthening. Nothing gets it done as well or as fast as the ab dolly does. I can do as many exercises I want to on the ab dolly in a very short amount of time, 3 minutes, in comparison to exercise that will take 5 minutes. Stop, do another set. I can do forward and backwards movement, lateral movement with my clients. We get torso strengthening, stability, all those important things. It's great.
Probably the thing that I've noticed first of all and most of all about the ab dolly is the range of impact. It goes from way up high to way down low in your abs. Before, whenever I worked my abs, I'd have to work upper abs by doing crunches, lower abs by doing reverse crunches, and then, you know, go into a full sit-up. So it really saves time.
With today being the first day that I've really actually gone through a workout with the ab dolly, I really enjoyed it because for the first time, it's something that was both simple and effective.
I used to do sit-ups and crunches about 10, 12 minutes a day, and now it's 3 minutes of the ab dolly, and you get better results with the ab dolly than I did with sit-ups and crunches, and you feel it the next day a lot more.
For the viewers that are just now joining us, let's talk again about why the ab dolly is so much more effective than a crunch or sit-up type movement.
As we said before, crunches and sit-ups are so ineffective. They only work a small portion of your abdominals. Linda, let's show them a few crunches that you used to do months ago.
Okay.
Here you can see she's only working a small amount of the abdominal groups. Whereas in the ab dolly, you're able to train all 4 major abdominal groups to a full range of motion. Great.
You know, after I had my baby, the hardest part to lose was this little poach right here.
That's because sit-ups and crunches never get that area. But with the ab dolly, it's easy to tone those areas. Let me show you. Just place your knees on the pad.
Okay.
And just move your legs back and forth. This will tone and tighten your lower abdominals at the same time, firing your hips, butt, and thighs.
Yeah, I can feel this now. I can really feel my lower abs working.
Excellent.
And you know, it's like my butt and my hips are actually getting a workout too.
Great job.
Is that correct? Yeah.
That's right. And for men, the hard area to get is the old love handles. Scott, let's show them the exercise you do to tone your love handles.
Well, thanks to this, I don't have love handles.
Great. How's that feel?
You can really feel it working. Those muscles are so hard to get to in any other exercise.
Good job. In fact, many of my baseball players love this exercise.
Well, that brings us to our next testimonial. Stan Conti is the head athletic trainer for the San Francisco Giants. He's responsible for all the strength and conditioning and rehab programs for all of the players.
What I like about the ab dolly more than anything else is our whole program, strength and conditioning as well as rehab, is based on trunk and abdominal strength. That's what we call the core. And if you have no core, how strong you are with your arms and legs really doesn't matter. So this program is really a critical part of every other program we have. The problem with the abdominal exercises like crunches and that thing is they become real boring, and it's real tough for the players and people we work with to continue on a program. Baseball players are just like everybody else. They hate to do hundreds of repetitions of crunches. And we found that we were able to replace all that with just a few minutes on the ab dolly.
The Giants aren't the only team using the ab dolly. One of the top football teams in the National Football League just ordered 75 ab dollies for the players, and it's already made the ab dolly part of their daily workout program.
That's great. And now it's time to find out how you can get your own Ab Dolly Plus risk-free.
We'll be right back.
Take your time.
Why have world champion figure skater Scott Hamilton and Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Vendela said goodbye to sit-ups and crunches forever?
Why are professional athletes replacing hundreds of sit-ups a day with 2 to 3 minutes a day on the ab dolly?
Why? Because they can get a far more effective ab workout in a fraction of the time.
There are 4 major groups of abdominal muscles. Sit-ups and crunches are only effective with a small portion of those muscles and only work on one plane of motion.
And most ab machines still use the motion of a sit-up and only work a small portion of the abdominals.
The revolutionary Ab Dolly Plus simultaneously works all 4 muscle groups and works on multi-planes of motion. That's why the Ab Dolly Plus makes sit-ups and crunches obsolete.
And because the ab dolly is multi-plane, it can work your hips, butt, and thighs at the same time.
The Ab Dolly is challenging enough for professional athletes, and yet it's easy enough for anyone to use. And it's so low priced, nearly everyone can afford it.
Order now and you'll receive the Ab Dolly instructional video, 3-minute abs with exercises and workouts for all fitness levels, from beginner and intermediate to advanced.
You'll feel the difference the first time you use it. Right now, you can try 2 ab dollies for an entire month for only $9.95. If you're not thrilled with the results, return them, and we'll even send back your $9.95. You can't lose. Only $9.95 to try 2 ab dollies, and they come with a full money-back guarantee. To try your ab dolly absolutely risk-free, call 1-800-579-2474. Please have your credit card available when you call. Your ab dolly comes with a full money-back guarantee, so call right now. 1-800-579-2474. 1-800-579-2474.
I've been doing sit-ups for years, crunches, and I could honestly say that there was a pulling in my back and my neck. I could only get through 4 or 5 at a time. But since I've been using the Ab Dolly Plus, there's none of that horrible pain in my shoulder, back. It's just a smooth, easy movement, and you don't have to stretch too far. It's great.
I've never seen my muscles in my abs, which is phenomenal. I mean, this is like the first time in my life. It's great. I look at other people and I say, I want abs like those, and now I have them from the Ab Dolly.
Since I've started using the Ab Dolly, I've dropped quite a few inches in my waist. I've dropped 7 pounds, and my clothes, the pants that I've been wearing, hang on me. I'm able to wear pants that I haven't been able to wear in a while.
Well, I've been using the Ab Dolly for 3 weeks, and I've lost 2 inches on my waist. I've lost approximately 10 pounds, and it's been a wonderful addition to my normal workout routines. It's really complemented my abdominal region.
It keeps you motivated. It keeps me excited about working out because I'm seeing those results immediately, and so it makes you want to go back and do it again.
After a week of doing it, I could see that I would stand sideways in the mirror and my little pooch was getting flatter and flatter. And I could honestly say now that my stomach is completely flat and I don't have to suck it in to make it look that way.
I'm Scott Hamilton, and I'm back with supermodel Vendela and Brett Fisher, one of America's leading strength and conditioning trainers for professional athletes.
For those of you just joining us, Brett created the Ab Dolly Plus, which is a device that makes sit-ups and crunches a thing of the past.
The Ab Dolly is now used by pro athletes in every major sport to replace hundreds of sit-ups a day with only a few minutes on the Ab Dolly. Brett, for the sake of the viewers who are just joining us, let's review on why the Ab Dolly Plus is so much more effective than crunches, sit-ups, or other ab devices.
As we said before, sit-up, crunches, and other abdominal devices are so ineffective because they only work a small portion of your abdominals. But with the Ab Dolly, you're able to train all 4 muscle groups and tone and tighten them at the same time. Now, one Ab Dolly is great, but my athletes love to use 2 Ab Dollies at the same time.
I like using 2 Ab Dollies for the inchworm.
Hey, let's show that to the camera.
Okay.
Great. This is super exercise to get a fast, intense burn into all 4 abdominal groups. How's that feel?
It's good. It's tough.
Excellent. Now, Scott, how do you use 2 Ab Dollies?
I like using it for the upper body. You can use it to get not only the abs, but upper body strength. It's great. because it really gives you the full range of movement.
Well, I can really see you using your arms, your shoulders, your back, while at the same time you're training and toning your abdominals.
Oh, it's wonderful. And it's unique to any other style of movement.
Absolutely.
It's great. Earlier, we heard from the head athletic trainer for the San Francisco Giants. Garrett Guimont is the head strength and conditioning coach for the Oakland Raiders. Here's what he had to say about the Ab Dolly Plus.
Another thing that's fantastic about the Ab Dolly is the reality is most people train for show muscles. Not only does the Ab Dolly train the show muscles, it also trains the go muscles. That's the difference. The difference is doing normal crunches, doing normal abdominal exercise, that different apparatuses that maybe you've seen on TV. They train the rectus and they train the obliques. The reality is the Ab Dolly trains the transverse. And that's the difference. That's the difference. Some are show, some are go. The Ab Dolly Plus trains them all.
Cy Young winner Randy Johnson is one of the greatest pitchers in baseball history. This year he led the major leagues in strikeouts. He's also a longtime client of Brett's and a real believer in the Ab Dolly. Here's what he said in a recent interview.
I've been using the Ab Dolly for about the last year and a half now. I've incorporated it in my routine. My workouts are roughly about 5 days a week, 2.5 hours, and the Ab Dolly, what I get out of using the Ab Dolly is a strengthening and the flexibility of my lower back and my abdominals. I was doing regular sit-ups at one time, and now I find that using the Ab Dolly is more efficient, and I'm getting the benefits of strengthening my lower back at the same time as strengthening my abdominals.
Yesterday, we took the Ab Dolly to one of LA's premier workout facilities to get the opinions of their professional trainers. Here's what happened.
And I do like the different ranges that you get. You know, you can even fill it up through the sides and your low back. Nobody would have a problem with this. Very, very easy to use.
This is better than any crunch. Because you got to do 50, 60, 100, 300 to get a feel. With this, you don't. You got a minute? It'll work you in a minute. It'll work you hard in a minute.
I try to do 200 to 300 sit-ups a day, and not full-on sit-ups, the little crunches in different positions. And here I did this for 20 to 30 seconds, and I was wiped out. I felt a lot like I worked everything out much more than doing 200 to 300 crunches. So you can get it done in half the time.
So I think women in general have a more difficult time being able to keep their lower abdominals fit. Babies, children, hips, we have a higher fat content, etc. And I think this piece of equipment allows you as a woman to be able to focus on that a lot better than doing leg lifts or leg raises where you're also putting a lot of pressure on your lower back. And it feels good.
It works the upper, middle, lower abs, obliques, all in a couple seconds, actually. I mean, like 20 seconds, you can get everything. Rather than doing a whole 20 minutes of different exercises, different angles, this gets everything in one.
My muscles are totally fatigued. It was wonderful.
Brian Pavlik holds the record for the longest drive in a PGA long drive competition. Here's what Brian had to say.
In golf, having abdominal strength and back strength is very important, and especially what I do in hitting the golf ball far. And without that, you're going to be very susceptible to injury, and you're just not going to be able to hit it as far as you can. So with the Ab Dolly, you're able to get a good, quick workout, and it just focuses on the areas that you really need. So I used to do a lot of sit-ups and crunches, and, you know, they're a pain, they're uncomfortable, and now with the Ab Dolly, you get on the Ab Dolly and you just do 3 minutes a day, and you get better results than you would doing the sit-ups and crunches, and it's more comfortable, it's easy, and it's quick.
We all know that the hardest thing to lose after having a baby is that little pooch right here. It took me 6 months, thousands of sit-ups, and hundreds of hours in a gym to lose mine. And yet, Larry King's wife, Shawn, was back in a size 4 only 8 weeks after she had her baby, and never did a single sit-up or spent a single hour in a gym. All she used was the Ab Dolly.
You know, I like working out, but the one thing I hate about working out is doing sit-ups. I've never liked it. I never will like it. And when I got pregnant with Chance, I was really concerned about getting back into shape. And right after I had him, a friend of mine gave me an Ab Dolly. And I worked out 2 to 4 minutes a day, max. And in 8 weeks, I was back in my size 4 jeans. I mean, I was shocked. And it was great.
We'll be right back.
Why have world champion figure skater Scott Hamilton and Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Vendela said goodbye to sit-ups and crunches forever?
Why are professional athletes replacing hundreds of sit-ups a day with 2 to 3 minutes a day on the ab dolly?
Why? Because they can get a far more effective ab workout in a fraction of the time.
It really gives you a great workout in a short amount of time. To do crunches and abs and get a burn like you would with the ab dolly, you'd have to do about 10, 15 minutes to get that good burn. With the ab dolly, you get it out 3-4 minutes.
There are 4 major groups of abdominal muscles. Sit-ups and crunches are only effective with a small portion of those muscles and only work on one plane of motion.
And most ab machines still use the motion of a sit-up and only work a small portion of the abdominals.
The revolutionary Ab Dolly Plus simultaneously works all 4 muscle groups and works on multi-planes of motion. That's why the Ab Dolly Plus makes sit-ups and crunches obsolete.
And because the ab dolly is multi-plane, it can work your hips, butt, and thighs at the same time.
The Ab Dolly is challenging enough for professional athletes, and yet it's easy enough for anyone to use. And it's so low priced, nearly everyone can afford it.
Order now and you'll receive the Ab Dolly instructional video, 3-minute abs with exercises and workouts for all fitness levels, from beginner and intermediate to advanced.
You'll feel the difference the first time you use it. Right now, you can try 2 ab dollies for an entire month for only $9.95. If you're not thrilled with the results, return them, and we'll even send back your $9.95. You can't lose. Only $9.95 to try 2 ab dollies, and they come with a full money-back guarantee.
To try your ab dolly absolutely risk-free, call 1-800-579-2474. Please have your credit card available when you call. Your ab dolly comes with a full money-back guarantee, so call right now. 1-800-579-2474. 1-800-579-2474.
Well, we're just about out of time. You know, for years we've been seeing dozens of exercise gimmicks that have promised us better abs. And yet Americans are losing the battle of the bulge in record numbers. And if you're over 30, you know that winning is harder than ever. Why? Because sit-ups and crunches only work a small portion of the ab muscles, and nearly all of the devices and machines out there use the same movements of sit-up or crunch, simply adding more resistance. The ab dolly is totally different. In fact, it's revolutionary because it works all of the muscle groups of the abs, and it works them faster and more efficiently than a sit-up or a crunch ever could. That's why so many pro athletes have turned to the ab dolly. You've heard unpaid testimonials from some of this country's finest pro athletes telling how they've replaced hundreds of sit-ups a day with a few minutes on the ab dolly. This is no gimmick. It really works.
But the real proof is in the kind of results you can get. Once you try it, you'll feel a difference the very first time you use it. And if you're like the rest of us, once you use it, you'll never go back to sit-ups or crunches.
But you don't have to take our word for it, because right now you can try the Ab Dolly Plus for an entire 2 months, risk-free. If it doesn't give you the fastest and most effective results you've ever seen, you can return it, no questions asked. But the truth is, once you try it, you'll never turn loose of it. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
I try to do 200 to 300 sit-ups a day, and not full-on sit-ups, the little crunches in different positions. And here I did this for 20 to 30 seconds, and I was wiped out. I felt a lot like I worked everything out much more than doing 200 to 300 crunches.
The preceding program.
The spirit of the Jefferson Awards is to salute the best in our community. The theme is, each of us can make a difference.
Our message to future generations is participation, dream, take action, and achieve results. By nominating someone for a Jefferson Award, you're keeping the legacy alive.
Pick up a nomination form today at News 13, Tyndall Federal Credit Union, or any of the Gulf Coast chapter of credit unions.
News 13 is proud to bring you season's greetings from our families away from home.
Hi, we're the Clark family from Izmir, Turkey, with our nanny Ismet. We'd like to say hello to our friends and family in Crestview, Florida, and happy holidays and season greetings.
Hi, my name is Specialist Taylor. I'm crossing from Panama City Beach, Florida. I'm stationed here in Kissimmee, Germany. I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my son, my family, my brothers, my mom and my dad, and have a Happy New Year.
Hello, we're the German family stationed at Würzburg, Germany. We want to say hello to our friends and family in the Panama City Beach area, and we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, and we love you.
Hi, I'm Bob Gardner from Camp Page, Korea. I wish Merry Holidays to all you people in Panama City, Florida, and my dad, Hank Gardner, Red Baron Flying Community.
Brought to you by News 13, your news station. Fantasy 5 every night live on News 13.
Expected to cost more than $150 million.